My name is Mohammed Al-Muwazin. I'm currently a senior at University of California, Riverside. I'm studying political science and history, and I, like so many other students in California, am a transfer student from a community college. And honestly, my path coming up to UCR was arguably very hard and unnecessarily long. So I spent 5 years in community college trying to navigate just the general education requirements, going from one counselor to the other, trying to figure out exactly what it was that I was supposed to do. But at the end of the day, I was just being bounced around from one counselor to another, not really learning anything.
As you all know, the strength of California is built on its people. And we know that our community colleges and our universities are California gold. As the first in my family to go to college and graduate, I can tell you that opportunity allowed me to move from poverty and live my ancestors' wildest dreams. At the Campaign for College Opportunity, I have dedicated our work to ensuring that all students in our state, regardless of race, ethnicity, zip code, money in their bank account, have that same opportunity to go to college. Today is truly beautiful and historic day for California students. When only 3% of community college students transfer after 2 years, we know that's unacceptable, and we must do something about it. The bold action taken by Governor Newsom and the legislature to fix a transfer system that has failed students for far too long was long overdue. On the campaign trail, candidate Newsom promised to be an education governor who strengthened higher education. Today, Governor Newsom has delivered on his promise, setting the stage for a new era where students have a clear path to earning a degree and transferring from a community college. Thank you, Governor Newsom. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Kounalakis. Thank you, Assemblymember Berman. And thank you to the student leaders from the UC and the Cal State who made it through the transfer maze and fought in support of this legislation today.
Now, I've been saying this everywhere I can. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I want to brag on all of you a little bit. Because I know how hard the last couple years have been, last 18 months. And there was a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety that we had, not only in terms of our own experience, particularly all the parents out there, but about our state. Folks were starting to question the dream. You know, I remind people all the time, there's two dreams, this American dream and the California dream. No other state attaches itself to the dream. It's an interesting fact. But there was anxiety about the dream. You know, more and more people, or less and less people, seeing themselves in it. They feel they're being left behind. COVID and all the anxiety and stress. It's been hard this last couple years. But I want you to know how proud I am. I don't say this to patronize you. I say this as a guy who grew up in this state that's proud to represent the most diverse state in the world's most diverse democracy, that's proud to be here, CSU, proud to say this: thank you. Thank you for persevering. Thank you for not giving up on yourselves. Thank you for believing enough, not only in yourselves, but each other, to be here today. Thank you for demanding more of all of us. And thank you for your resiliency. This is a remarkable place, California. It's a remarkable place. And it's punctuated by the fact that California, at our best, celebrates, doesn't tolerate diversity, and reconciles all of the vexing challenges we have by owning them. We take responsibilities. We're not victim of fate. It's decisions, not conditions, that will determine our fate and future. And so it's in that spirit of accountability and responsibility that I thank you for your resiliency and for your faith and for your commitment to the future of our state. And I'll just mark this moment because there's a reason we're making historic investments in higher education. It's because we had an historic budget surplus this year, testament to your hard work, $80 billion. Eat your heart out, Texas. Eat your heart out, Florida. Eat your heart out, Tennessee. Eat your heart out, fill in the damn blank. California is back stronger than ever because of your resiliency. And so we're putting that money to use. We're investing in our conveyor belt for talent, the CSUs. We're investing in that conveyor belt to talent, the community college, that front door for 2/3 of those that enter into higher education. We're investing in that conveyor belt for talent, the UC system. We're investing in each and every one of you. I have the privilege today of signing 7 bills just because the legislative leaders are here, but there are dozens and dozens of other bills that we'll be signing in this space. $47.1 billion, unprecedented, historic budget for higher education in the state of California. Mark this moment. $47 billion. $2 billion to address, we always talk about tuition, but what about the damn full cost of attendance? You know, it's food and housing, $2 billion for student housing in this year's budget. That's a big damn deal. And all that anxiety, our homeless students, and talk about, remarkable folks. Our dreamers, homeless kids that are still going to school and working, your grit and your determination. Well, we have your back. This year, we're putting an unprecedented investment, hundreds of millions of dollars to support those students that do remarkable work each and every day. We're proud of the fact that we're doing more for California students, not just out-of-state students, by capping that enrollment as well. So we have more slots for in-state students for our in-state schools. We're proud of that. That was important. As parents, trust me, the number one complaint I get, why can't my kid get into the CSU? Why can't my kid get into UC? And so we're trying to reconcile that as well. So many good bills, making transfers easier, making sure you have easier access to quality, not just education, but student aid that makes that education possible, increasing that student aid as a consequence of these investments across the board. You've heard everybody speak. You know what's in these bills, but I just want to thank all of you that made this possible, and that's why I just close by just expressing my deep gratitude to the legislative leaders. We're not sparring with each other. We're working partners. It's not closed fists any longer. It's open hands. It's a completely different dynamic. A legislature, an executive branch that want to get things done. And I said this yesterday with Kevin McCarty up there in Fresno when we were talking about our master plan for early education. And I'll say it here in celebration of the master plan for higher education. If you don't like the way the world looks, just think Washington, D.C. right now. Stand on your head and go local. Remarkable things are still happening at the local level. They're certainly happening here in Southern California and the state of California. And so we are the antidote to that cynicism and that fear and that anxiety in our politics today. I'm proud of California. I'm proud to be Californian. And I'm proud to be governor of the great state of California, signing these 7 critical and important bills. Can I get the legislative leaders up here so we can sign this? And we'll move on. All right. I don't know which is which, so I'll just sign these things. And I will hand them not knowing that I may be handing the wrong author. But here we go. You don't want to take credit for it? You take credit for all of it. Michelle, thank you for all you're doing.
This actually was mine.
McCarty. Well, it was? Look at that. I got one right. And the final bill. There we are. That's 7 of dozens of bills, in fact.